Y'all, so yeah, I know this is probably unexpected, unplanned, but I just had to talk to y'all for a second and ask y'all a question. I'm gonna give it a little time for y'all to get up in here. So if you're watching the playback, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna be talking about until these folks get into this unscheduled live. But so my grandbaby's birthday was the other day. We got family in, so it's been a lot for me to navigate, but I've been working on some content, right? Listen, I don't know if y'all been taking my subs, okay, on my community wall. Members know exactly what I'm talking about when I'm talking, right? But yeah. So here's the thing. Hey Diva Ray Girl. So I want to know though if y'all know who I'm talking about. Because I did a deep dive today. I could not help myself, right? And I found out a lot of stuff and I want to talk about it. So we got, if y'all just coming in, what I was saying was my grandbaby's birthday. We celebrated. We got people in from out of town because I'm one of those families that our family is one of those families that like celebrate kids' birthdays like it's like a big, 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 big deal, even though she only turned 3. But uh listen, so I've had a lot of company, a lot of stuff going on, but I miss y'all and I need to talk to y'all. Now, y'all have been taking my catching my subs, right? What's going on, Miss Michelle? What's going on, everybody? Come on in the room. Y'all been taking my subs. Don't say a name because I don't want to offend y'all first and foremost. But listen, listen. I did a deep dive on that person. Clarissa is in danger. Clarissa is in danger. Hey, Superfly Chick, thank you so very much for becoming a member muffin. I definitely appreciate it. Hey, Positive Queen on Purpose Girl. What's going on, Kenya? Thank you, Darrell Mrs. Carter. Listen, y'all, if we do this live tonight, it's going to be a long live. It's going to be long because there is a lot of stuff to cover. But y'all tell me if y'all are uncomfortable with me talking about it because it's for y'all. So I don't want to do something that makes y'all feel uncomfortable or anything like that. So let me know if y'all catching what I'm putting down. What's going on, Old Man Johnson's farm? I need to know. What do y'all think? Because I'm telling you, it's gonna take a while. It's a lot to cover. I found out stuff that I never saw before, and I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel about Clarissa is how I feel. And it really is nothing personal. I think most of us it's not personal. It's just that we see her and she's full of shit. You know what I'm saying? We recognize that or whatever. But baby, when I tell you she did not lie on this girl, I literally went and pulled the receipts and all that kind of stuff. She told no lies. Um there's a lot going on. So, okay, we're gonna do it, but it's going to be late. Our pizza will be here in a few minutes. Like I said, I got out of town guests, so we got stuff going on. But I didn't have my nap today. I'm ready. Okay. So I'm not gonna fall asleep on y'all. We definitely are going to get into it. I just did not want to feel because this person obviously has a problem. But I also think this person is manipulative and I think that they're very dangerous. And I feel like I don't think people get it or see it. So yeah, we need to get into it. Give you a slight. Baby, it's Chicago style too. We do have a few places out here in Vegas that gives a little bit of that Chicago flavor. Not quite, but it's a little bit like that. So y'all here for it? Let me know if y'all here for it. Do y'all know who I'm talking about? Do y'all know who I'm talking about? I think songs by Alicia does. That person is bat shit. If y'all think, I think to be honest at this point, they worse than no names in the chat. They're worse than Clarissa. They're worse than Clarissa. And so I went backwards. Clarissa never lied on this girl. Never lied on her. And like I said, what I say about Clarissa is exactly what I say and what I mean. But I'm not that, I don't have hatred for her, so I'm not going to lie on her. And I'm not one of those people that have to create a narrative. The shit plays out the way it plays out. I really don't care about that part. So, um when when circumstances happen, even if I'm not a fan of the person, I'm not gonna lie on them. And I'm telling you, she was lying on her. She was absolutely lying on her. Absolutely. And there's multiple people that have been exposing this girl. And yeah, yeah, we're gonna talk about it. And so I'm gonna go ahead and eat the pizza. It'll be here in a little bit. But I'm just gonna say this. If you know who I'm talking about, you want to know who we're talking about, baby, soon enough, you gonna know. Okay. The like this level of lying, I have never seen in my life. I have never seen it in my life. Like this, I feel like Clarissa needs to make sure that this girl can't get a hold of her. And I mean that with all my heart. With all my heart. Um, she said, you mentioned her last night. Yes. Yes, Kingdom Bound. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Miss Ice Cream. I appreciate that muffin. I do. Butterfly, she said, I always thought she was not right. I'm sure that's who it is. I did too, but I didn't want to say anything because I'll tell y'all what. I didn't want to say anything because I'm like, okay, so how do you handle this, right? Because when people have issues like that, it's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Um, but there, that child is demented and evil and manipulative, and she's a fucking scammer. I'm just gonna call it what it is. She's a scammer. Okay. Sun Kiss, baby. I'm going to find which it won't take me but a minute or two. I'm going to call her family. She's probably estranged from them, but they need to get a hold of her. They need to get a hold of her quickly because something is wrong with her. Okay? And now that she's going around saying that the Lord then resurrected this baby and she's sticking to this lie, I feel this is how manipulative she is. She knows how outlandish this is, but she also knows that people believe that she is in religious psychosis, right? So, in my opinion, she's using what people already say about her to run this scheme so that she can dodge accountability. If we go back and play in order not only the other people that have tried to expose her, but even her expose, if you play it contextually, understanding that there's something wrong with her, you're going to see right through her. You're going to see it right through her. All that calling people witches and Jezebel, that's who she is. This, like, no, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the airport live was crazy. And at the end of the day, this is a scammer. This is a scammer. You didn't collected money to bury a child that more than likely you never even had. There is no husband. It is obvious that the money is being collected so that she can have it. And that's the thing, because I do feel bad for her because it's obvious that she does not have anywhere to go and she probably rejects legitimate help because people with issues like that do. But nah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. She's absolutely scamming. And that's insane. That is insane. Like to do, and then I'm not gonna lie, I did get triggered. And I feel like a lot of women did. If you've ever, because I have lost a child. Okay. I have went full term and not come home with a baby before. And that is nothing to make light of or to play about or to weaponize or to use as a tool of manipulation, especially in this day and age when so many women are facing fertility issues or whatever. You don't know what somebody's going through while you sitting up here playing games with the Lord, playing games with, and this is exactly why I don't trust, like, respect, or when people lead with I'm a Christian and thus saith the Lord this, they full of shit. Okay? Because let me tell you something. I know Christians, and when they really are about that life, they don't have to say it. The way it shows up in their energy, it shows up in how they treat people, it shows up in everything that they do, right? They don't have to announce it. They do not have to announce it. But to see it used as a tool of manipulation and to see it used for money, that's exploitation. That's exploitation of people's feelings. And then seeing people actually expressing genuine empathy and praise. Y'all believe that a baby that died 4 days ago has been resurrected? Y'all believe that? And regardless to of how, how you conceptualize your faith, to not even understand that some things are metaphorical, some things are not literal, but to apply something that literal is insane to me. Absolutely insane. Songs by Alicia. Thank you so very much for the super chat. I absolutely appreciate it. Let's read this one. It says, that's why I said the other night that she's Clarence's antidote. She's harassed Remy and she's received an extreme example of her behavior. The universe always places a mirror in front of us. Don't it? Don't it? So I want to do the live because, baby, I got to talk to y'all about this shit. But I am doing a psychological breakdown on her. I am. I am. And she absolutely is her huckleberry. She is her huckleberry, but I also feel like she's more dangerous because this girl don't have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Okay. Um, Let me see. Butterfly Tropical says she started off like she was okay, but over time her true self started to reveal and did. And did. So true. But I'll be honest with you. It did not sit well with me when she used sexual assault as a weapon, right? Even if you do not like a person, there are people on this platform that, baby, when they die, honey, when I tell you I'm not gonna give a damn, right? But if they were SA'd, the woman in me, the human in me, could never use that as a weapon. Never. I could never do that to even my worst enemy. My worst enemy, I will empathize over something like that, even support and try to help just on the strength of that. But to see someone that, just think about it, that was her friend, right? And even the daughter of the trainer the trainer in question that she's talking about, she used it as a weapon against her. She said that the daughter is a victim, but she also used it as a weapon. But you saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost? No, that's a damn demon. That's a demon. Um, and just like I'm telling you, if you play back her quote unquote exposure, if you play it back now, juxtaposed to the people that have been trying to expose her outside of Clarissa, that are not even fan, because the other girl that came out against her, she don't like Clarissa either, right? So it's not somebody that's out here just trying to support Clarissa to clout chase. That's not what it is. This girl got a problem, and I guess they knew about it on TikTok. I've been seeing it on TikTok, but I didn't say anything because, first of all, social media exposés are typically bullshit. Typically, it's bullshit, right? I've seen people. I mean, it's people. I mean, y'all know people have made up the weirdest stories about us, right? So I take it as a grain of salt. But yeah, I've been told Shalita that girl was crazy. Um, I take it with a grain of salt. But that's why most of what we're going to talk about tonight has more to do what she does on her own and what she has said. I don't even need to go into, all I need to do is show you what she has said, but I am going to bring up the other young lady. Okay? Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Um yeah, I mean it's insane. Like your baby is dead for 4 days. You are asking for money to bury your baby. And then because some people are catching on to her and they're like, girl, if you don't sit down, they talking shit to her. She's issuing these threats. Okay. Now I'm not gonna go back and forth with this little girl. I'm gonna say what I got to say or whatever. Like I said, I got children older than Jada, so I'm not gonna be arguing with that girl because number one, baby, I do work, honey. I'm not playing with her. Okay? That's a demon. I recognize it. Uh Look, the spirit of the Lord ain't nowhere near that woman. Okay? Nowhere. She's everything that she says that someone else says, calling people witches, saying that, they have, they're devil occupied or whatever. That's who she is. That's her. It's a bunch of projection. Now, Clarissa absolutely called her schizophrenic because from what Clarissa said, because I played back Clarissa's live and I'll play it again. Clarissa did say that she was told, I believe, by the girl's family that she's schizophrenic. Clarissa wasn't lying, and I'm gonna tell you something. This the only time I hadn't watched the live before. I never watched her response to the girl, but when I did watch this live response, this the only time Clarissa, oh weird ass, wasn't even stuttering, child. Clarissa wasn't even stuttering. So if Clarissa not stuttering, it's serious. She sounded the most reasonable that she's ever sound. She sounded very concise, very clear. Now I'm not saying that that her mouth is no prayer book either, but she made more sense responding to her and playing that voicemail than this girl has made. Okay. That destiny swapping understanding that we know that Clarissa wants to have with Remy, she wants the same thing with Clarissa. She's jealous of Clarissa. She wants what Clarissa has. She's obsessed with Clarissa. And that's something that was called out a long time ago. Okay. Yes, she said Clarissa cursed her womb. That's how you know you're dealing with a damn lunatic. Okay. First of all, she's called. She's a seer. She's saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost. The Lord speaks to her through visions and dreams. Baby, let me tell you something. I have been on this platform and seen people literally going to the graveyard to try and curse me. It's bitches on here that then tried death spells on me. Okay. When I tell you no weapon fucking prospers. Okay. So if I have that understanding and I know how to combat in the spirit the way that I know how to, and I'm not going around saying I'm this and I'm that and I'm the prophet and all this kind of stuff. You mean to tell me you don't have no sort of protection? You don't have no spiritual protection, no spiritual power at all? Clarissa Shields weird ass can curse your womb? That's what we're saying? Clarissa has that power. Clarissa can't even get her man to remove the tattoo off his arm, but you want us to think that Clarissa could curse your womb. You're cursing your own womb. She's cursing her own damn womb. Okay? No, baby, it's not just you. It's not just you, baby. It's not just you. Okay? And wait a minute, let me tell you that belly. Okay. I know everyone does not have the linear negative, right? The black line. Everybody doesn't have. But typically, when I say everybody don't have, typically white women don't have that line. Black women, especially her complexion, get that line. Okay, she always been a little portly. She always been a little pudgy. Some women are just never gonna, some people just naturally will never have a flat belly That's not their makeup. You know what I'm saying? She's always been portly. She's always had a little bit more girth. You know what I'm saying? And so it looks like, look, I don't know, but could be maybe because I don't the crazy pills make people gain weight? Because everybody I know on crazy pills gain weight, and I mean that respectfully. Okay, you never had it. Okay, yeah. So yeah, everybody don't get it, but most of the time, it's not my birthday yet, baby. My birthday not till the 8th. It was my grandbaby's birthday, but yeah, everybody don't have it, but most people get it. Okay. Cause like I never got stretch marks on my stomach. I don't have my stomach went right back. I never got the you know what happens to women's bellies a lot of times when they carry. I never got any of that. I never got one stretch mark on my stomach. So I know it's not everyone that gets it. But typically, yes, dark skinned women are beautiful. Who is saying that they're not? Nobody said that. Y'all be killing me trying to create narratives. I'm not the one, or the two, or the three, or the four, or the five. Okay. Um, so she said I had a line, I got a few invisible stretchies. Yeah. But like even because her and my daughter are the same complexion, my sisters, every I don't know nobody that don't have something. Like it's weird. That's true. Collagen is a must when you're pregnant, especially if you get pregnant over 30. Take the collagen. Okay. She says I'm super light, and my line was damn near black. Mine was girl everything. Girl, my line was black. My everything. My nipples got black. Everything when I get pregnant. Yes, she was a boxer. Let me see if how far the pizza is away. Okay. She was a boxer, and she was obviously talented because she has won some belts. Okay, so she actually, I guess, in her Miss Ice Karen said, Nyla, I'll be 65 on May 15th, Taurus. Oh yes, we're definitely stubborn. But the thing about a Taurus is we're protective, we're honest, um, we got your back, but just don't cross us. Don't cross us. A Taurus is the most loyal friend that you can ever have, your friend to the end. But baby, don't fuck us over. Don't because we never forget. Um, Brownie, I didn't even know you had kids. But yeah, she was definitely a boxer. She's thank you for the reminder. No, yeah. My pregnant belly was so cute. I'll never experience that. Oh, I think mine was cute too. I had my little black line. Yep. She said I just had a baby and I didn't have the line, but I did get a few stretch. I feel like you get either or. I got the line, but I didn't get the stretch marks. So perhaps major head trauma caused her sarcastic. Maybe, maybe. But she even so she has. I do feel bad for her because she has been housing insecure. A couple even took her in, and she, baby, from what I'm understanding, she tried to take over their house and put them out their own house. Everybody that comes in contact with this girl, it's something happens traumatic. It's weird. She said, I seen some men with that line. Are they pregnant? Maybe they used to be, baby. You know, you can't tell these days. Maybe they used to be pregnant, muffin. The men with that line. No, but you know what? I feel like I've seen men with a lighter line. I think I've seen the men with a lighter line. She came in weird, left out weirder. She appears to have a serious mental disorder. You know what? And I think that she knows that people are catching on to it, and she's using the fact that we think something is wrong as a weapon, or not as a weapon, as a way to dodge accountability. Because we know that Jesus ain't rose the baby from the dead, right? Um, we know all of that didn't happen. She would literally be a medical um a miracle. They will be talking about that everywhere. And the fact that she is comfortable saying that means that she is completely crashed out. And I do think the problem is she has not gotten out of the Clarissa Shields content what she wants. She wants to take Clarissa down. She wants to take her down. She said, I've never seen a man with a line. Baby, I've never seen, but I feel like I've seen them with a lighter line, like a line in the middle of their stomach, but it's light. I've never seen a dark one. If I see a dark one, I'm just gonna assume that some stuff went on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna assume that this dude used to be a girl. Okay. Boss lady said my birthday used to say they was highways when I had my son. Lord have mercy. Now, where I did get the stretch marks on my butt, and baby, I don't care because as far as I'm concerned, they're road maps, honey. Okay, okay, they're leading. All right, they're beautiful. I love my tiger stripes. I learned to, but when I owned the salon, I did used to tan my whole body so it could be one color. Yes, girl, we up late. I'm waiting for my pizza or our pizza. I ain't ate shit today. Um, so I'm gonna eat some pizza. It's way too late for me to be eating, but I'm not even gonna eat the bread. I'm just gonna eat the top of the pizza, um, and some salad, and but we're gonna be up late. We're gonna be up late because it's a lot to cover. It's a lot to cover. And so the folks, and again, I don't people exposing people on social media. I don't put a lot of stock to it, but the girls, yes, of course. I wish I could give everybody a slice. Wouldn't it be cool if we could do that? We do. We have to do something like that one day. But the girls on TikTok, the girls on TikTok say that she had the baby alone in an Airbnb. And so I guess that's what she said. Matter of fact, let me send over one of these. I'm gonna play one of these videos, y'all. I'm gonna play one of them. Hold on, Jesus. Let me see. I'm gonna play one of these videos where they kind of exposing the the mess, okay? Is Let me see. I'll play a short one. Yeah, this is a good one to play. Let me send this over to my laptop. Um, Ambi soap and coconut butter. Mine's gone on my butt. Girl, mine ain't going nowhere. Well, I guess I could do something, but no, mine are not gone. They've faded though. I will say, now that I think about it, they have faded a lot. They have faded a lot. Okay. So let me go ahead and put this video in here.
All I know is, if there is, I don't care what the situation is, if it's a cryptid or whatever the case is, and there is a baby, I'm suing everybody in here because I couldn't get a straight answer.
Do you follow with an OBGYN or a gynecologist?
How could I if y'all can't even get it together to tell me what's going on with my body? Like, how am I supposed to trust any of y'all? And it's, well, it might be something else. It might be this. No, it's not. And I shouldn't even have to get to this point. I go to a Hoosier. They want to say I have an over and cis. Or none of that. Why would I go to? I don't trust none of y'all. Like, that's ridiculous. Anything else? No, you can't do nothing else. You couldn't do it in 9 hours. Ain't somebody playing with y'all. I don't need nobody to take my IV out. I can take my own stuff out. My water broke and it's trickles coming out. This woman sitting here doing witchcraft. You got candles. You got what? What's this? She got her tarot cards in here. Definitely been having Braxton Hicks. I still don't look pregnant, you know. Dream you and you had 3 kids. You were with your husband and you had 3 babies. I needed that. Thank you. Considering I almost lost my child recently. So thank you. Of all the havoc you caused, all the trouble you caused, because of the stress I've been under, I almost lost my baby. You have a dog that you abuse all the time, but that's your support animal. Now you jealous. You jealous because your dog always around me. Well, for one, I'm pregnant.
She's talking about the couple that let her live with them in their home.
Of course your dog gonna be around me. I'm pregnant. Half of y'all would call me crazy. I had to force them. I'm like, take a picture. Act like you love your husband. Act like you love your husband. Take a picture. Take a picture with him. Why do I gotta force? Why do I gotta force you to make it look like you love your husband? I don't, because when you on the phone, you talking crazy to your husband. You think I want to be around that? You think I want my child to be around that? He has an Ahab spirit. She has a Jezebel spirit.
Okay. So, child, but no, I found a lot. Sanji says my concern is different because if we are watching a psychotic break and someone unknowingly pushes her, the results can be devastating and even fatal. Clarissa Shields should be very concerned. That's literally what I led with. I really believe that Clarissa is in danger. Like this girl, in order to prove her point, because I mean, and I know you know this. I know I'm preaching to the choir, Sanjay. Sorry, can't help myself. But if you will go as far as to say that your baby died 4 days ago and Jesus resurrected your baby, if you will go that far for attention or empathy or for people to send you cash apps, you don't have a limit. You don't have a limit. You will do anything. You will do anything. So why she's in everybody's relationship. Think about it. She made a video trying to tell people how to be wife. She's not a wife. She's not a wife. Child. And I noticed the video where she wanted donations to bury the baby. She didn't turn the comments off because people getting with her. So Sanji, are you saying you think that we shouldn't hey Angel, you mad at me, boo? Um Sanji, do you think that we shouldn't talk about it? Is that what you're saying? You think we should just do a Zoom on what do you think? Cuz it's a lot. It's a lot. Has she shown no, she said she's going to show screenshots and pictures for proof. I want to see this proof that Jesus resurrected this dead body after she buried this baby. That's what I want to see. And do you guys recognize that every other day there is an emergency that someone else has to that she has to get donations for? It's quite odd. Time with the twist. I was feeling sorry for her too. Up until up until the baby lying about the baby. Like I said, I've done that. I've went to the hospital and came home without a baby. So I don't play those games. You know, I mean, she remind me. It's another weird girl on here that did that. Then like we have literally clips of her telling like 10 different stories about all these different children that were either born or not born, died, and she buried. Like I don't understand this level of crazy. That's why I'm looking for Sanji. Let me see. She says, "No, I'm not mad at you. You just woke up." I'm just saying, cause I know T.S. Madison is your girl, and I ain't want you to get mad at me, baby. I ain't want you to get mad. Um, Natasha said, "This is so scary because I know another woman who lied about the death of her baby, and her baby ended up dying a couple months." Lord have mercy. Sanji says, you can discuss it, but we should be mindful that if she produces a baby, I believe she will need a wellness check and, dare I say, an evaluation. If she produces a baby, I'm calling the people. I am definitely calling the people. But I am going to try and contact her parents. I mean, we need a 5150 at this point. I mean, really, because honestly, to be perfectly honest with you, I want her to get help. This is not coming from a mean place. This is not coming from I'm angry with her. I want this child to get some help. It's obvious that she's been sleeping in the airport. It's obvious that she don't have nowhere to go. It's obvious. So I really just want her. I want her to be okay. I want her to be okay. I really do. Um, Jody Harris, thank you so very much for the super chat. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, Muffin. I appreciate it. She says she had a place last week. Did she have a place for real? Well, I mean, I feel like she does go to different places and stuff like that. I do, but it's obvious that she stayed all night at the airport. Why is she always homeless? Don't you feel like, is it just me, right? Or don't you feel like a lot of times mental illness and homelessness go hand in hand? Songs by Alicia says, "What the hell is up with her family?" Well, she trashes them because, like, if you think about it, anyone that has been around her, she trashes. Everyone, remember, she was saying her family's toxic and they're all fucked up and all this kind of stuff. I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? Some family gets tired out by the constant antics. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, baby. Oh, definitely they can. I know quite a few people. Not quite, I know two people. One lady, her fibroid was so big that when she got it removed, her stomach was so damn big from the fibroid, she had to get a tummy tuck because she had loose skin from how far her skin stretched. Hey, Tot Delicious. Just because it's hard to manage your life with untreated mental illness and homelessness exasperate. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then it's hard to manage people who have mental illness who do not believe it, especially if you couple that mental illness with, which I guess is the same thing. Sanji, would you say religious psychosis is also a mental illness? Because she's definitely in some spiritual psychosis. Sanji says, but remember that we cannot force her to take medication. I think I know her triggers by the things she gets super animated about. And you know what? One of the things that I noticed that she gets super animated about, if you don't believe her. If you don't believe her, because, like, matter of fact, if you don't believe this child, baby, she she acts up. She acts up. Let me show y'all something and let me see how far are they away. Oh, child. Okay, they didn't deliver the pizza. I'm about to eat. I'll be right back. I will be right back. I'm about to eat and I'll be back in like, give me like 30 minutes, okay? I would eat in front of y'all, but I don't want y'all acting like, talking about me how Clarissa be smacking and shit. You know what I'm saying? No, Clarissa and her are not friends. All right. I'll be back, y'all.